Und so geht's. Ist ja unglaublich. Machen Sie mich bitte.
There are great players, there are legends, and then there is Ronaldinho, a player who didn't just win matches. He made the world fall in love with football, the smile, the flair, the magic in every touch. For the next 35+ minutes, we're diving deep into the full story of the Brazilian genius who turned football into art, from the streets of Porto Alegre to the biggest stage in world football, from personal tragedy to global superstardom. This is the story of Ronaldinho, the magician who made football beautiful again. Ronaldinho born on March 1st, in Porto Alegre, Brazil. His full name, Ronaldo de Assis Moreira. He grew up in a humble household. His father worked at a shipyard and played amateur football. The game was part of the family's identity, but tragedy struck early. When Ronaldinho was just 8 years old, his father died of a heart attack. That loss changed everything. Football became more than a game. It became an escape. He played futsal. He played street football. He played with freedom. That's where his creativity was born. The elastico, the no-look pass, the impossible ball control. He wasn't shaped by strict systems. He was shaped by joy. Ronaldinho began his professional career at Grêmio. From the start, it was obvious he was different. In the 1999 Copa America, the world began to notice him, but one moment truly announced his arrival. A stunning lob goal against Internacional. It wasn't just it was watching. In 2001, Ronaldinho moved to Paris Saint-Germain, in France. He showcased his magic to Europe, dazzling dribbles, spectacular goals, unpredictable assists. But there was one issue: discipline. Ronaldinho loved freedom more than rigid tactics. Still, his talent was undeniable, and the biggest stage of all was waiting. At the FIFA World Cup 2002, Ronaldinho formed part of a deadly trio alongside Ronaldo and Rivaldo. Then came the quarter-final against England. A free kick from distance? Was it a cross or a shot? The ball floated and dropped into David Seaman's net. The world stood still. Brazil went on to win the World Cup. Ronaldinho was now a global superstar. In 2003, Ronaldinho joined Barcelona. The club was struggling. They needed hope. Ronaldinho became that hope. Between 2004 and 2006, he reached the peak of world football. He won La Liga titles. He won the 2006 Champions League. He claimed the Ballon d'Or in 2005. But one moment stands above the rest: Santiago Bernabéu, after scoring two breathtaking goals against Real Madrid. The Madrid fans stood and applauded. That wasn't just respect. That was recognition of magic. And in Barcelona's dressing room, there was a young player named Lionel Messi. Ronaldinho assisted Messi's first ever goal for the club. He didn't just dominate an era, he paved the way for the next one. In 2008, Ronaldinho moved to AC Milan. There were still flashes of brilliance, but consistency faded. His lifestyle began to affect his performance. He later returned to Brazil, playing for Flamengo and Atlético Mineiro, even winning the Copa Libertadores. But the peak had passed. Ronaldinho wasn't just technically gifted, he was freedom personified. He made football joyful. Kids around the world copied his elastico, his no-look passes, his fearless creativity. He proved football wasn't just about winning. It was about happiness. Players like Neymar and even Messi were inspired by him. He transformed Barcelona. He redefined flair. He reminded us why we fell in love with the game. Ronaldinho may not have stayed at the very top for the longest time, but in his peak, he created moments that will live forever. He changed Barcelona. He inspired a generation. He made the world smile, because when Ronaldinho played, football felt like magic. If you enjoyed this deep dive into a true football legend, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment below which legend should we cover next. Because legends never truly fade. They live on. In every memory of magic,